What's up guys, Eric from B-Side. Today we're going to be filming this 2015 Lexus ISF Sports and installing our Apple CarPlay system to it. And this is one of the series of all the Apple CarPlay installation demonstrations that I've been working on. Finally at the Lexus IS, we already did the Lexus GS and the RX and the NX. So those should be out already and we should be completing the whole series very soon. So let's go ahead and not waste any time and get started. Alright guys, so we're in the car now. We're going to start off by removing the shift knob. Just push down the shift boot like this. Turn it counterclockwise and just place it in a safe place where you won't scratch it. Especially this one, it's carbon fiber, very nice. Okay, and then we're going to be removing these two panels over here. This panel, the middle, and then we're going to get behind here, remove the screen, and then remove the glove compartment. So grab a hold of a panel removal tool like this, insert in this corner, pop it out. Pull it back. Gonna do the same for the other side here. Put it in here, pull this out, pull it back. Okay, so once these two panels are out, grab a hold of a Phillips screwdriver. You're gonna remove this and this. Okay. We're gonna do the same for this side, driver's side. Okay, and after those bolts removed, this is just gonna come out, just pulling it out, just like this, pull it outwards. Do the same for the driver's side. All right, and after we remove these two panels, we need to remove one Phillips screw that's inside here on only the driver's side. We're gonna use the Phillips screwdriver for it and go in this way. I'm gonna use my little camera to show you exactly where. If you look down here, I'm gonna point at it with my screw right here. This is where it is. Okay, now that all those screws and bolts and side panels are off, let's push the shift lock over here on this side. Okay, here's a shift lock. Stick your finger in here, you'll feel it. And while pressing it down, we are going to move the shifter back. And once we have it back, raise your armrest, and we are going to remove this center piece. Just do so by pulling up on it. It's okay to get this removed first, and then we could grab a piece down here. Okay, there we go. Okay, and there's one connector for this middle controller. There's also a few connectors that you will have to disconnect. 2, 3. Okay, once you have that out, there's 4 10mm bolts here that you need to unscrew, and that is this 1, 2, 3, and then 4. All right, so once that is out, let's lay a thick piece of blanket, and then we're gonna pull this radio out just by pulling it towards yourself. Just like that. And then let's go ahead and get behind the top screen. Just use a panel removal tool like this. Just release the clip. Okay, and then now we see 2 10mm bolts. Removing these 2 10mm bolts using the same 10mm socket. Okay, once you have those out, go ahead and just carefully lay the screen. And then we now see these 2 connectors that we're going to be working on. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the passenger side and drop the glove box. Okay, let's go ahead and start off by removing the side panel. Just use a panel removal tool. Just pry it out, just like that. Okay, and once this is out, let's go ahead and push the bottom piece out like that. Unplug the light. So after you remove the bottom piece, you'll know that there's 10mm bolts holding this piece in place. Let's go ahead and remove those. 1, 2, and then the third one right here. Okay, now we could remove the airbag piece. Okay, just like that. All right, once this is out, put a blanket down there and rest this piece. And then next, there's gonna be Phillips screws that you need to remove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you remove this piece over here, and then go ahead and just pull this towards you. Okay, and after you drop the glove box, go ahead and disconnect these two connectors. Okay, and then remove this. Okay, and once that's out, the whole glove box is now ready to come out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the connectors behind the radio. The connectors that we're gonna be removing on this main radio is, hold on, let me go ahead and remove this top climate control just so I have more room. Okay. Okay, back here, we're gonna be removing a few connectors. This main big connector that you see is place like a little small edge, like a small flathead. You could and press the tab and push it out like this. And then this connector over here. Push those two out. And then let's go ahead and grab the largest connector you have here, okay? And then one other thing you need to do on this, if it hasn't been done for you, is these CAN bus connectors that are over here. There's RX and GS. For the IS, you're gonna be using the GS one. Okay, and then on the car side, go ahead and connect it back like this. Okay, just gonna daisy chain this. Okay. And then press this bracket until you hear the click. And then this other connector over here is going to be for your aux. Alright, and then our harness goes into the car. Alright, so all the connections behind the radio is now complete. Now what we need to do is go to your main big harness, and you'll notice that red and black wires. We need to route this to up here to the top monitor because that's where we are going to connect it to. Okay, and it also makes things easy if you just disconnect both of these connectors from the top monitor, so we have more room to work with. The area that we're going to be routing it through is from the right side, right here. It's actually an opening. So from here, go straight up. Okay, so we got the wire coming up here. Okay, and then the next wire that you want to route are these video cables. There's a blue side and a green side to it. We want to route the blue side. You can go route it straight from this side actually. Okay, so now that it's routed to the top, I'll do some connections on the top. The black factory connector will go into our harness like this. And then the factory blue connector will go to the female side our connector. And now we only have two connections left, which is the male side of this white connector and the male side of this blue connector that we are going to connect back to the factory screen. Okay, this. All right, let's carefully move the screen back in. Okay, it needs to lock in. We now have these two wires coming over here. Now what we need to do is route the other wires to this area because we're going to be mounting our interface behind this glove compartment area. We're actually going to place it on the side of this. So let's route this big main harness over like this. Okay, and let's also route this wire, the red and black wire with the white connector. This is to power up the Apple CarPlay device. And then next, let's go ahead and route the aux cable. Okay, your aux cable is going to look different. This one has a video cable that we're not using. Yours will only have these sound left and right. All right, so we have those wires coming out over there. Let's work on the largest wire first. This one that has the rib protection on it. So on one side, we are going to connect another part of our harness over here with this shrink wrap piece. Okay, make sure it clips on. Okay, once we have joint area connected, let's connect to our main interface. Okay, it's the largest connector on the main interface. Just go ahead and connect this, and afterwards we'll set the dip switch to 4. That's the setting for the Lexus IS. Every single car chassis has a different dip switch setting, so make sure you check on the manual to have the correct dip switch. Okay, after you do this, go ahead and grab these video cables. We are also going to connect it. The input is going to be on the outside, and then the output that's labeled is going to be on the inside connector like that. Okay. And then next, let's go ahead and connect the HDMI cable to this. This is the most fragile part of this kit, so make sure to be very careful at this area that you do not give any pressure bending it, because if you bend this area, then it's done. This interface is gonna break. All right, so all the connection on the interface is completed, and now let's go ahead and connect the CarPlay piece. So on the Apple CarPlay side, you'll find the USB on one side, and then you'll find two 3.5mm jack, this one and this one. One's going to be on the USB side, one's going to be on the HDMI side. The one on the USB side is the mic. The one on the HDMI side going to be the aux. Okay, so let's go ahead and first plug in the aux. All right, and then the HDMI side is going to connect between the interface and the Apple CarPlay box. On the Apple CarPlay box, we have this little connector here that connects from the monitor on top. Okay, and on the other side here, this one, we have the mic. And then where is our mic? It's actually on the main harness. We didn't route it down earlier. Let's go ahead and route it right now. And then we are going to connect it like this. Okay, we have a lot of wires coming out. What we are going to do is we're going to use some Tesla tape. And then let's go ahead and we're going to organize all this. Okay, how are we going to route these wires? We're going to route these wires to behind this panel here, and then we are going to go down this way behind this black panel. The reason why you want to put it behind this is because when you put it in your glove compartment, it sits pretty flush on here. If you have anything between it, it's going to be difficult to push your glove compartment back, so we want to stay away from that as much as possible. And then stick this piece using a double-sided tape. Okay, the double-sided tape is not included with the kit. You do need to purchase separately. So let me go ahead and clean up the wires, add some tape, and organize. All right, so I kind of just roughly did some rough cleanup on the wires. Before we start taping things on and mounting it, let me just make sure everything's working. Okay, in order to test this, you do need your controls. So locate this white connector here. Okay, grab your little control piece here. Okay, you might have to wait a moment for the system to load because we unplugged all the plugs and plugged it back on. It will show this screen. So all you have to do is long press the home button. Okay, you see that system ready sign? That's a good sign. That seems so far everything is working. Go ahead and connect your lightning cable to your phone and also to this Apple CarPlay device. Okay. It will first tell you to unlock your phone, and you'll get notification allow CarPlay with NV16 while phone is locked. Go ahead and press allow. And there's one setting that I want you to change under settings. I'll go to settings and then go to general and then go to accessibility and then go to call audio routing and keep it at Bluetooth headset. Default is automatic and switch over Bluetooth headset. We do have to put the car into aux mode. Right now audio is off. Let's go to source. Okay, pick aux. If you ever need to reorder, you could reorder the aux to the front and then press and hold the home button. We'll switch over. Let's see if Siri works. Siri, can you hear me? And while you're in this CarPlay mode, there's one setting that you have to change for Lexus vehicles, and it's the volume level on this Apple CarPlay. And how you do that is grab some very small thin edge pin like this, and then go ahead and press the outside part of it, so that the part that's closest to the 3.5mm, just long hold, and it's gonna take you to the settings menu on the screen. You'll notice that the main volume level is lower than the other volume level. So let's go ahead and raise it all the way to max to 56 and press the back button and you're done. Alright, so we tested our product. It's working as it should. Now all we have to do is mount this piece. We're going to mount it inside over here, just double-sided tape. I got that piece on. I'm gonna double-sided tape the second piece, which is my Apple CarPlay. Go ahead and tuck everything in, and all we need is this USB sticking out, and this one we're going to round it through the glove box. So now let me go ahead and reverse order our installation process, and then we'll be finished. Alright guys, we just finished doing the installation. Before we start the demonstration, I gotta change some settings on my phone. So first go to settings. Okay, you have to do this as well. And then go to general. And then go to accessibility. And then go to call audio routing. And then you're gonna go to Bluetooth headset. Right now, in default, it's gonna be automatic. You wanna change the Bluetooth headset. And once you've done that, all you need to do is plug in your phone in the new cable. Cable's routing out through the glove compartment. If you get a long enough cable, you could tuck it in through the back here and make it come out somewhere right here. But for this demonstration purpose, I'm just gonna show it to you from here. So once you plug it, see that CarPlay showing up, and then go ahead and long press the home button, and all the applications and everything will work normally. All your phone calls gonna go through your factory car's Bluetooth system. And then also the Pandora and all the music players going to go through your aux. Okay, your turn-by-turn direction is also going to work through your aux as well.
Let's take I-5 south.
Okay, let me cancel that. Okay, and if you do want to call out Siri, just go ahead and press the menu button. And then you could summon Siri. And then you could also use your steering wheel control, volume control. You won't see the volume changes, but you will, if you need to see what your volume is at, you will have to go back to your factory audio screen, and then you could go back to the Apple CarPlay. Alright, well that concludes today's installation demonstration on 2016 ISF Sport. If you have any additional questions, shoot us an email, info@bsonikusa.com, or leave a message below and we'll answer all your inquiries accordingly. Thank you.